What's up, guys? We're just doing our 2-minute video on how to identify an entrepreneurial company. My name is Mike.
And I'm Romy.
And we looked through a lot of the examples that we had in class of what aspects made up an entrepreneurial company. We found that there's like the three things, like replication, expansion, and the transitions that they would make are kind of like the core things that an entrepreneurial company would be made of.
Yeah, and the first one with replication, the first one that came to our minds was the R&R company. It was that trivia game, if we all remember that. How it started was the trivia game was huge in Canada, and it was doing so well that this other guy thought, hey, we could do the same in the U.S., especially with TV Guide, because everyone was watching hours and hours of TV a week. And so what they did was essentially copied the trivia game and just made it with TV Guide, like based on TV shows, actors, dates, etc.
It was actually a good example too of how they expanded. They expanded into a new market with kind of an existing product, a little bit in a new way, but it was a good example of expansion, as well as like the Sugarguard. I don't like saying that name; it's hard. But the way that they expanded into Europe. And the way that they were able to not only replicate what they've done, but now move into a new market is just a great example of how expansion is also just critical to having an entrepreneurial company, someone that's looking to like grow rather than just stay and just do the exact same thing the same way, never change, never do anything different.
Totally, yeah. They found so much success in the U.S. with their storage, they wanted to take it to Europe. And we actually weren't there for the class period of whether he went with it in Europe, but it was definitely a good idea to bring public storage, which was proven in the U.S., to Europe. And that leads to the last one, which is transitions. And if we remember the Vermeer case, they were a really small company, really intimate, like family men, that went to basically the opposite of their company in Microsoft, where they're young, hipsters wanting to go out and party. And Vermeer's technology was so good that Microsoft acquired them, and the guy in charge of transitioning them did a really good job of making sure the key employees stayed, that they were happy, that they found a good place to live, and just because they were key to the success of acquiring that company.
Yep. So this is what we think are the, what would be the key indicators of an entrepreneurial company, and there's been some good examples here in class, so that's our video.